Coming home, discovering your dog in distress after swallowing a sock and needing surgery can come with a hefty price tag. This is when pet insurance comes in handy. It helps cover medical expenses for your furry friends, including treatments, surgery, and prescriptions. While it may be a lifesaver in critical situations, it may not be as cost-effective if your pet rarely gets sick. So let's consider the pros and cons together and decide if pet insurance is really worth it for you. So what does pet insurance cost? The average annual cost for an accident or an illness policy is approximately $640 for dogs and $387 for cats. Premiums vary based on factors like the pet's age, the pet's breed, the location, and the policy that you've chosen. Now for the next question, what does pet insurance pay for? Firstly, let's talk about deductibles, limits, and payouts. Pet insurance policies typically have an annual deductible, which is the amount you pay before the coverage kicks in. Once the deductible is met, most plans reimburse a certain percentage of the vet bill, usually around 70, 80, or 90%. So let's look at the math. For instance, your pet surgery costs $2,000 and your deductible is $500. With an 80% reimbursement rate, your plan would pay $1,200 for your vet bill. Now it's important to talk about what's covered and what's not. Pet insurance plans often exclude coverage for pre-existing conditions and routine costs. Routine expenses include spaying or neutering surgery, vaccinations, checkups, and teeth cleaning are typically not covered. Pre-existing conditions, including those diagnosed before the policy takes effect, are also excluded. Now let's check out some alternatives to pet insurance. Firstly, you can do self-funding. Rather than opting for a monthly premium with a pet insurance company, an alternative approach is to consider a high-yield savings account specifically for your vet bill expenses. The benefit for this strategy is that if your pet remains healthy, you will be able to use the funds for other purposes. However, the drawback is that you may not have enough if your pet encounters a costly accident. Number 2, you can get financial assistance. If you can't afford pet care, there are alternative methods that you can explore. Your vet may offer a payment plan, or you can go and look for an affordable clinic. Crowdfunding campaigns, charitable organizations, and resources from the Humane Society can provide you with additional help. Ultimately, it all boils back down to this question again. Is pet insurance worth it? Consider paying pet insurance if your pet is young and healthy, you don't have enough savings to cover a hefty bill, and it gives you a peace of mind. Pet insurance is not worth it if your pet is a senior or has health problems, a big vet bill wouldn't be a financial hardship for you, and you'd rather take the risk of an expensive diagnosis than pay for insurance you might never use. Well, pet insurance is not a must-have for fire enthusiasts, but it's worth considering the pros and cons to determine if it does align with your financial goals.